Welcome back to Dagryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. It's about time I went through all of my buildings to see what I have to use on the layout. I've had some of the buildings out recently, others not so recently, and I now have 3 boxes sitting on my table, and I really don't know what's in them. So let's take a look and see what buildings, houses, and other structures I have on hand that I can use in the layout. Some of these buildings are buildings that I've had for some time. Some of them were given to me. Some of them I'm not sure where they came from. I don't even remember what's in these boxes. So before I can figure out what I'm going to use on the layout, I really need to see what I have. Now, this station came to me from a friend who gave me a number of things for the layout. And as you can see, I guess I've been a little too casual with it, and some of the parts have fallen off. This is a platform that he had made to go along with the station. This is just like the station that I have on the layout. It's nice that they are different colors. I'd be okay with using this on another spot on the layout. I think would fit anywhere. So I'll probably use that. I believe this water tower came from the same person. This I might put next to the station that's already on the layout. Now, this is in rough shape. Definitely in rough shape. Needs to be taken apart and repaired and put back together. I'd like to fix this up, put window glass in there, and light it and use it somewhere. A little yard tower I could use somewhere. Another yard tower. This one, I think I bought this one. It just keeps falling apart because I never glued it. And I keep losing the other Plasticville junction sign. I might use this somewhere else. Who knows? I mean, it's small enough I could just kind of decide to put it somewhere at some point. These old cars are not even remotely realistic, but I do like them. They have a charm to them. I like this one here, the grocery delivery car. Maybe I'll use cars like this further back in the layout and use nicer cars, more detail further up, because I would like to include these. I do not love the color of this house, and I feel like all the garage doors are too narrow on these, but this might fit somewhere nicely. It has these nice textured inserts behind all the windows. Definitely would be a cool building to do some lighting on. I think I'll be using this building as well. This is the K-Line factory that I recently put together. Made a video out of it. Pretty neat little set. So I'll probably use this one. I don't know where, because I don't have a whole lot of real estate for buildings, but hopefully I can work that one in. Now, buildings I'm torn on are these shallow old Plasticville buildings. I have a few of them. I feel like they're all closer to S scale than O scale, but maybe I can use a bunch of the ones that are a little bit smaller further back to give a little bit of forced perspective. I mean, I really like these and don't like them at the same time. If I was going purely for a toy train layout look, I would definitely use these. But being that I'm kind of halfway between realistic and toy train, I'm not really sure. But I do like this one. I would like to use it. Also love the billboards. This one's a little broken here, but I hope to work in as many billboards as I can. I have 2 of this house, and these are definitely a little on the small side, but a little small subdivision somewhere. A couple of houses that are the same. That might look pretty neat. So I was just thinking, could I kind of put them together and make one house out of it? But I could put, 2 of the houses together. But then again, I've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors
on one house. So maybe I could stick with making a little subdivision of small houses. But there's another donation from Mr. Nick. And this is definitely going on the layout, hopefully with some detail on the inside and some lighting and signs and whatnot. Now, this goes right along with buildings I would really like to use if this was a toy train layout. I'm psyched to have this. I'd love to set it up to work, have the guy come out. Again, I'm torn because I don't know that I want to use some of these older, more toy-like buildings. It's got a timelessness to it. So maybe, I'll just do it. I'll just put it somewhere. It doesn't have to be in the front. It can be somewhere else. But I think that'd be a lot of fun to use. And here's a much bigger house. It's got a garage that goes on the side. I'm pretty sure I have all the parts for this. Buildings like this make me think, can I use some of these older buildings, but weather them to make them look a little bit more realistic? I really like this Plasticville gas station. Maybe I do need to prioritize getting some of these Plasticville buildings in. This may be the fire station that I've had since I was little. It doesn't say Plasticville. I know mine didn't say Plasticville. It's probably more of a 70s model as opposed to a 50s, but the more I look at this stuff, the more I feel like I have to do a Plasticville town somewhere. Got this newsstand I can work in. I don't have really a feel for where I could put this. It might go somewhere, it might not. Any of these more Plasticville-like structures that don't make it on this layout, I hope to do just like a loop of standard gauge on plywood at some point, and I would use all these unused Plasticville and other old accessories on that. I might have 2 of the log cabin. I do have a whole bunch of billboards, so really I hope to get a lot of those in there. I have 2 or 3 of these station platforms, but probably not enough of these to actually use them both. Plasticville School, Plasticville Fire Department. This one actually says it, unlike mine, which does not say that. It does say engine and ladder, but it doesn't say Plasticville. So, would I use 2 of them? Probably not. Some good random stuff in here. Boxes and pipes and whatnot. I'll have to look through that later.
Red roof, green roof, red roof.
The police department. I think this would definitely be a cool one to use, so hopefully I get to squeeze that in somewhere. Apparently I have 3 fire departments. Parts of a barn and church. I believe I have all the parts for both. Ah, another small house. This is the barn roof. I think this is the school roof. Another gas station. Hopefully I've got the window for this somewhere. Another red roof. More random roof pieces. This was from a toy when I was a kid, I believe. I think if I kind of weathered that and painted it up, that might be neat to stick somewhere. All right, well, that's a huge mess of stuff. I'm pretty sure all this stuff is complete, minus, you know, maybe a window frame or 2 or a door. I'd say I have a good amount of classic Plasticville style stuff to use. Hopefully this will inspire me to put these together and start placing them somewhere. So it looks like I have 2 complete log cabins. I have a bunch of little bags here. A lot of these signs are metal. This is all much smaller. So if I do end up doing like a forced perspective, you know, where I want to put some smaller buildings, I could stick some of these up in the mountains. I think I have some of the basics in there. Police station, fire station, a small house. Oh, there's some good pieces in here. I know I have a lot more of these fences, and check this out. Peoples. Painted peoples. There will be peoples on the layout. Small building? Not sure. Nick's business card. More gas pumps. A few lighted vehicles. I'm really excited to work these into the layout once I have some streets somewhere. Maybe this should go over by stream under the arch under, and I should light it there. That would be cool. Maybe by the gas station and somewhere in town. I found some of the stuff I was missing. The fences. I have all these plastic trees. Got a phone booth. Outhouse. I like that. These are definitely both getting used. And here's my other much cheaper looking Plasticville water tower. The 132 illuminated station with automatic train control. That's cool. I kind of want to set this up just to see how it works. So this is a cool one. I might have to use this one. I might not have a choice. And then I would definitely have to use this. Got another train platform. This is an American Flyer tool shed. I believe this went with their little stop and go maintenance vehicle. The Lionel trolley does not fit in here, but the gang car does. I could always have the gang car go in and then come back out. This is one of those that I am glad I have at least a semi-decent version of. I know I have the roof somewhere and the sign, but this would be something I would definitely use on a standard gauge layout. It's too big for O gauge, and I don't think I'd use it on this layout. My fire trucks. I wonder if I have more. So these have been with me for a very long time. Probably won't see them on my layout though. I thought this would be a neat industrial power plant looking thing. It's actually a heat sink for a CPU from a very old computer. I love old erector sets. Unfortunately, I don't have any more building other than this. Don't know if I'll use them, but I have a number of Buddy L trucks that I could put on the layout. I always like this one, the NASA with the space shuttle chemical extinguisher. This will get parked next to the fire station. I have the signal bridge here, which may or may not get used. Unless I have stuff hidden somewhere, I think that's it. So I'm going to play with a few of these pieces and see if I can find a home for them on the layout. So obviously I wouldn't put the pickup truck under the side of the tower here. I think I'm just not in the creative space at the moment for placing buildings because I can't find a spot to put anything. I put that there, and I stuck this platform here, and then walked around looking at the layout going, I have nowhere to put anything. I'll have to come back out here on a Saturday morning with a good cup of coffee and try to place some of these things, and then maybe mock up some sort of very basic buildings just to get a better idea of what it is I want to fit into the layout and what I will save for another layout down the line. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Dagryffyn Hobby.